So at the top of the app there, it says Smart Handle Extensible. We still have our tilt indicator. So as I tilt the receiver, it's seeing that in real time. And again, we'll record that with every point. The metadata looks pretty similar as far as this versus the tilt on the pole. Still have just distance that LiDAR is measuring instead of the physical pole distance, and then the angle that the Skadi is at the time. So let's close that, and let's look at some of the workflows in FastXY. So in FastXY, we have basic point line polygon data collection workflow that's called collect. So if I click the button at the bottom right, here's our 4 main workflows. Collect is just basic points, so I can, now I'm in extensible pull mode, I can point that laser, curve there, the curve there, press and hold the trigger, and captures my point. Again, same thing, if I click on the point, we've got all of our metadata buried into that, that pop-up, and close that, and then I can look at some of the other workflows. So that's just basic point. I mean, you pull the trigger, drops a point. If you have a form, you can fill that out right before you hit the trigger to capture it. But otherwise, it's really fast data collection. So let's do a couple of them here. Here comes the trigger. It's buzzes. Just out right in front of me. Or just drop points. Really easy to use. That trigger just makes it really easy to interact with the device without having to touch the touch screen, whether it's raining or just bright. It's got more of that tactile feedback there. So that's just dropping basic points. What if we wanted to drop a bunch of points automatically? We have a mode called Topo for that. So we can put it into Topo mode. And here this is kind of like line streaming in other apps, but you can do this straight into a point line or point layer. So we tell it that we want to capture a point every second to few seconds or by distance. So I'm going to do by distance and do it every foot. So I've entered that there, 1 foot. And I'll put that down. And we'll just as a test, we'll do this parking lot line. So I'm in Topo mode. I've selected my layer. You can see the bottom left of the Skadi down the layer. And I'm in extensible pull mode. So I see my green laser. I'm going to start it at the beginning of the line. I'm going to press and hold the trigger until it buzzes, and then let go. From there, I'm just going to draw with that laser. And every foot, it's going to be dropping a point. So depending on how accurate you want to be, you can go slow or fast. Once I get to the end, pull the trigger again, and it stops. We've got kind of our straight line amongst those other random points that I captured. The next one, you can do the same thing. Just press and hold the trigger, wait till it buzzes. Line. The Skadi is outputting data at 3 Hertz, which is 3 times a second. So I can go pretty fast while I move this laser, and it's going to keep up pretty well. Obviously, if you're in a vehicle or something where you're moving a lot faster, you can navigate, but just kind of moving the LiDAR around it, it works pretty well. And you can see those distinct lines that I just drew. So again, all trigger based. So whether you're doing basic point capture, press the trigger, capture it, or you're doing Topo, press the trigger to start, press the trigger to stop. And that also carries over into our third main workflow, which is staking. So staking, there's a few ways to initiate it. One is you can stake to a whole layer. So I can click on my layer manager, Skadi demo, and I can click that button, stake layer. That will queue up all the features in that layer for me to stake to, and I can go through them one by one. Or I can select the points that I want to stake to more manually. So let's say I want to do, let's see here, this one, maybe those 2. Let's stake. Go back out. Let's do that one. Stake. So now I got those 2 points that I want to stake to. I'm going to hit start. Now I'm already pretty close to that one, so I'm going to come back up here a little bit. and this is the UI that it shows when you're more than a couple meters away from the point. So from here, you can see where I'm currently at, draws that green line from me to the stake 2 point. So I'm gonna just walk towards it. And at this point, I'm still in extensible pull mode. I can see my green laser, and that's really where it's measuring my position too. So you can see I'm standing still. I'm moving this around pretty quickly, and it's tethering that green line to basically wherever my laser is at. So I could sit here if I'm if I don't want to walk around and try to navigate like you have to do with the pole. I can sit here and kind of use this like my flashlight and get pretty close and be like, okay, I see right there, I need to go over here, point somewhere within this vicinity, and look at that, just walking up to it, I'm basically dead on. You can dial it in a little bit more, close, press the trigger, it captures it, and now it automatically moved me to the next point. So now you see we're back to our UI where it's kind of directing me in just a general direction. And if I move the map here, we can kind of see where it's at. Again, from here without moving, use my laser to get pretty close. And I see it stay over here. Okay, again, almost dead on. Then a little bit. Press the trigger. And staking's complete. And we have a summary of points that I staked to and the distance I was from it. So the first one, I was horizontally just under 5 centimeters away from it, and the second one I was just over 1 centimeter. So the first one I could have maybe dialed in a little bit better. And they also have on the left the cut fill, so that's how much difference there is in elevation. Obviously not much difference in elevation because I captured them on the same surface that I staked back to. I wasn't using a design file that it calls for changes in the terrain. And once I hit done, I can go into my layers, and now I actually have this staked layer, which has the points that I actually shot when I pressed the trigger when I staked to those points. Again, all trigger kind of event based, so really easy to use, really quick. Move from point to point. Combine the trigger with the laser, not having to kind of adjust where the tip of that range pole is when you're staking it makes it really efficient and really easy to use. And when you're done, power this thing off, throw it in the the seat of the truck, whatever, easy to break down and carry with you. Just really easy way to use this new technology to dial in your workflows. So those are the workflows in FastXY using the new Skadi technology in kind of trigger-based workflows. And there'll be more to come. We'll do some more integrations with this, some cool stuff coming. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you guys updated. Thanks.